Hello, everybody, and happy IU is National Championship. IU is National Champions Day. All right. All right. Let's play. Oh, cool. I forget who I wanted to. Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins. Miami Dolphins #1.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here.
All right. Every time you score a touchdown, I gotta take a drink.
Stadium in Houston.
Well, shit, I didn't think it'd be that quick. All right.
We'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
At the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
Come on. Set. Blocking 18.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. But he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, they'll run. Here comes a rookie from Michigan State. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Texans had 12-3 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, darn.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7. Dolphins nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Damn, you're 12-3. I don't think I'm going to win this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Nolan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now as the quarterback.
Touchdown, Houston. And Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
All right, it's all right. I'm just letting you get a little ahead. And then I'm going to come in for the kill.
Point spins the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
That's nothing. I ain't even worried.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
See, this one's coming back. Dude, with 25.
Will start at the 25-yard line.
You know, it's nice to see that the Steelers have not won yet, though.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter there. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now 3rd down and very long. And now they'll shift things around. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the kick.
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. And Xavier Worthy with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
Dolphins, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, sometimes I've overused that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in world history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 2nd and 14. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. 21-0 our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no.
Damn.
A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar.
Oh, that was
All
close.
things considered a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Open man is tipped in. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Dolphins' 9-yard line.
Hot 70.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will have a touchdown. Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half.
28. Dolphins nothing.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going. And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to pull them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Go. 70 Timberwolves. Dragon 60.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
It's not even fucking halftime. Jesus.
Point splits the uprights. And that
I'm really
makes it
fucking sucking.
35-0 now.
Dolphins nothing.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Time to get serious.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Gordon. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This
Thank God.
Intercepted. Oh, a big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down. Gordon. Down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. A nice work after the throw. And they're set up now for the 1st and goal.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun, Gordon. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the pylon, caught. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I got a touchdown. Had to call that timeout.
Final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
All right. Time for a comeback.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Gordon. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
And now an audible here into something else. Operating from the gun. Gordon. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Operating from the gun. Gordon.
How's that not passing?
Incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively. You can see it in their play and now their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter. But it's just not clicking right now. It's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yards like this.
And he'll follow its blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll keep it on the ground. Jenkins. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Jenkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
18, fight in. Hey, smash. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They're going to look to throw. And will find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff up the middle. Jenkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Smash, smash. Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event,
God damn it, why'd you hit him from behind?
Penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. On the give, it's Vidal. They'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kamani Vidal, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are pouring it on. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead
grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Dolphins 7.
All right.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. That's caught right side by Worthy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. And the Texans first down.
Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Jenkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ready.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jenkins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
First down.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On the double.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll work the middle here with Wright. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
All right.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
On the ready.
It's 2nd
19
and 8.
Tiger. 19 Tiger.
They'll go right back to Wright. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And he'll go down, right down at the 20-yard line. Draymond Jones coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
The coaching staff was not confident that this is going to break my losing streak.
And it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Are you fucking? You can't hold on to that.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to intercept it a third time. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TV. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 52, Dolphins 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Yeah, they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's second and a couple.
At the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Gordon. Right back to Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Right there, hurt.
Looking to throw. Gordon. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Are you?
Pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout. But you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. And Xavier Worthy with an amazing diving catch. And the Texans are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I might not be able to win this one.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Will be taken in here by Nakua.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Hey, check that. 3.
Back to throw. Gordon. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Let's go now.
Now they'll audible to something else.
On 1st down, it's Jenkins. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. Or call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Operating from the gun, Gordon.
And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. From the gun on 3rd down, Gordon. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule it out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks up 4th down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone. But still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And they take a knee.
Good game.
And they will take a knee here.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against.
No, I'm going to stop the broadcast.